Review mini, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. Better than Fastlane. This was better than Fastlane. And I'm telling it as it is, ladies and gentlemen. Fastlane was, for the matches itself, the matches were okay. The show and the booking sucked. That's how bad it was. Now you look at this show, there was still a lot of things that were stupid on it. But it was far superior than Fastlane. Why? Let's look at what we have for the show. And I'm only going to talk about three things. As I usually talk about maybe one or two, it's got to be three. First one is the women's situation. Now Sasha Banks has won a chance to go to WrestleMania and do a triple threat with Bayley and Charlotte. Let's be straight here. As much as it sounds really great for people who love NXT to see Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Charlotte to go to WrestleMania, what does it really give us? We have 7 women on the roster, and we only utilize 3 of them for the majority of our shows. And you really can't say anything about Nia Jax. If you saw my Fastlane review, I said it clearly. Nia Jax isn't ready to do anything right now. You know why? It's not that she can't talk and she can't go in the ring. The problem is there's no one there for her to work with. No one. She's practically done nothing. She's had a couple of jobbers to go up against. She had Alicia Fox. And then she had the Boss, who literally was here and has been dropped down. Splat on her face. And then she's raised up. You know why? Because the WWE realized they have nothing good for that. Calm down. Breathe. I'm seeing it from a point of view of staying power for the women's division. I'm not going by the flair or the flash of WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going for what's going beyond WrestleMania. You have 3 women. Only 3 women who's doing work. Alicia Fox is working in the Cruiser division. Then you got Dana Brooke. She's hanging around with Charlotte, and she barely wrestles as it is unless it's going to be on a dark match or maybe Superstars. If they still have like Superstars, she's on there. If they still have main event, she's on there. I don't even know if they have main event. I think they closed that one off. I don't know. But how many women are generally wrestling in the main title scene? 3. It's a joke. And this hurts me very much because it's the same thing that's going on in SmackDown. The only difference with SmackDown was that Naomi won her title and she would have made it fresh and new, but unfortunately she got hurt. And Brittany, I'm hoping you'll see this video. Sweetheart, I know your heart's kind of hurting because of what's going on. Like I said in the comments, don't give up. Just watch and see. Okay? You need to talk, just make a comment. I don't sleep that much, so I always usually comment. Don't worry about it, okay? But you see my point, ladies and gentlemen. We need more women. This women's division in both brands is so weak, and you can see it. It's a glaring weakness. Next, we had the opening of the show with Kevin Owens with Chris Jericho. That's going to be one of the 3 most strongest things that we're going to be talking about. The U.S. Championship is going to be defended in WrestleMania with a story that is the most well built in the freaking company today. Kevin Owens has a very well built story with Chris Jericho. And this goes so well. Chicago truly cheered their asses off for Chris. The Jerichoholics were in full strength. And I want to see this match. This is a great situation with them. I am interested in their it just hurts to see that this is almost all they have for WWE. Now, of course, I can talk about Brock Lesnar and I can talk about Goldberg. I'm not going to. There's no real reason to talk about them, even though they are going to be the mainstay of the entire show, supposedly, because it will be the WWE Universal title that will be up for grabs between the two. Of course I can talk about them, but I'm not going to, for the simple reason we already know what we're about to deal with. Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. The question simply is, will Goldberg have longer than a minute's match with him? And that was a glaring weakness at Fastlane. I know a lot of people say, hey, Goldberg, he doesn't need it. Or Goldberg just sucks and he can't go. It doesn't matter if he sucks or not. The point is, WrestleMania is coming up and we have not seen him wrestle. He needs some wrestling in. No matter, even if it's in the training area, he needs to be in front of a camera. He's not going to NXT. I want to see him, and even if he's winded, we need to see at least 5 minutes of the man. Say 3 to 5 minutes of him actually working a program will help his credibility. As much as I know the Sled Daddy said, at this point, he has to kill people so quickly in the ring. I don't agree. I do believe that he needs to at least go more than a few seconds. Because when it comes to WrestleMania, he's got to be in good shape. And he needs to know how to be able to work in front of a camera again. That's just how I feel. The final thing I am going to talk about is what happened at the end of the show. I was very surprised that Braun Strowman was face-to-face with The Undertaker. At one point I said, are they actually going to go with Braun Strowman dealing with The Undertaker? That would explain his rise the way it was. But I'm thinking, are you serious? Now, of course, we already know that he wasn't going to actually go with him. But for a few seconds, you can imagine it. You can imagine if Roman Reigns didn't job his ass out the night before, you could actually have Braun Strowman with The Undertaker. It would make sense. Even though you don't want to see it, due to the fact that Braun Strowman is still very, very, very green. Even though he really has a good rise, he's really not ready for it, but it would be nice to see. Then you see Roman Reigns come out and booed beyond stink. And I say this again. People who booed him, why? Why? There's no point in booing him. What does it gain you? It's not his fault. He's not a bad talent. He's not crap in the ring. And I know the Lexman has said that he's been given huge opportunities. And probably has. But it does not mean he's that 100% bad. And they decided, I'm sorry for the noise, but they decided to stick him with The Undertaker. Here's the question. Right now, a lot of people don't want to see it. They want to see either John Cena with The Undertaker. They'd rather see AJ Styles with The Undertaker. They'd rather see, like I said, Braun Strowman with The Undertaker. They don't want to see Roman Reigns with The Undertaker. And is Braun... I'm seeing it from the point that The Undertaker is going to be a face. He has to be the face. If he's the heel in this, it's going to be completely wrong. And the people are just going to, and they go over to that stadium in Florida. If Roman Reigns is not a heel, they may boo the entire match. They are not going to be happy. They may riot if Roman Reigns isn't a real heel here. He can't be a face. He has to be the heel. But this is just my point of view. You guys tell me below. And I hope you enjoy this Raw Review Mini. Please give me a comment below. I'm going to see if I can get my book... Well, not booking Russ. My Reality of Wrestling done tomorrow. I got some stuff to do. Hopefully I can do it tomorrow. But I'm going to see if I can. If I don't, I hope you don't mind it being longer than maybe a Wednesday or Thursday. Because this is kind of a busy week for me. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.